So last we left off, you will remember that you had the pleasure, I guess if you want to call it that, the joy of experiencing a Spider Peak tradition where you enjoy the renewal of self and so on. And you helped among people Valentina Kozlov, known weapons dealer, as well as Mavis Stringham, the economics minister of Fessipton, basically get revived, especially Valentina, especially after the events of the gala a couple weeks ago now, and so. Since then, you were returned politely by your animals to the you were returned politely by your animals to your homes, your respective places of existence, and that is where we now find you. Only it's been a couple weeks, or not a couple weeks. Sorry, a couple days since those events. The week has rolled over and some change. And so things are starting to get normal. You no longer, although you're harassed by your respective animals and one child, there is now this sort of aspect of like you're concerned because these animals might just whisk you away from time to time, and they now harass you just a little bit less on account of the fact that they know you're like you immediately are going to feel like you're going to get sucked away, but they give you some space. Yes, Grant.
I have a question about that. Has anyone questioned where we are in the meantime?
So yeah. I will leave that is a question that is worth being asked. Okay. In the case of Deacon, no. Okay. You are so solitary that you just kind of like sneak away. Like you already go days on end without being seen, and so nobody is really like, oh, where's Deacon? No, you don't run the masses, you don't do the rituals, so okay. You're not needed. But it is with Deacon that we are going to begin, and. It is with Deacon that you have received a small note that all it says is it's from Bashar, and simply said, when possible, I require counseling. And so how does Deacon handle that note? He didn't walk up to you and hand it to you. You just came to your chambers, and you found it.
Deacon will take it and stuff it in his pocket, and he'll travel down the hallway and make his way to the atrium of the Elpma, the church, and see what the hubbub is, see who's about, if any of the spirituses are around.
There's some stuff. People are lighting votive candles and things like that. They're mostly... Right at this time, it's before Mass and in between the sort of, like, more priestly Mass for the spirituses. So everybody's just kind of, like, tired, for lack of a better term. The rituals have kind of gone off, and so now they're just doing the sort of, like, mundane bullshit to keep the church running. There's a couple people... There's, like, of your congregation, there's, like, one or two people praying somewhere off in a corner.
Really quick, Deacon will make his way to try to see if there was any response from Saska in the letter that I sent to her. I imagine that's how he's been spending his days here. At the beginning of his days, is he tries to check for mail.
You've gotten no mail whatsoever.
You've got no mail.
Exactly. There is nothing. Normally they'll send you sort of like little letters and like stuff that like goes out to the worshippers, but at this particular time there's nothing for him to receive. So yeah.
I'll go up to the podium and I will speak to the quiet people who are praying, and I'll just make a brief announcement.
The people like so what do you say?
I'll just say Sanguis lava supervos.
Some people echo your response. Give me, what is the thing that I'm supposed to say to this?
Ine. You can say Ine, you can say whatever you want, honestly. It's a made up language.
You allow Grant to make their own
piss shit come.
religion.
Say it.
No, I'm trying to be correct to this religion you spent a long time writing. And people echo it, give it an Ine, or and you know they're in the way of like they weren't expecting anybody to talk. It's like it kind of broke them out of like their silent contemplation.
Pardon my interruption, Vestigia, but I see we have misplaced Bishar for the day. So the prayer will be led by Spiritus. What's the other name of the other one? I think it was. It wasn't Fatima. It was. Yeah. Well, I'll just list off another
somebody.
Spiritus.
Yeah, it's yeah.
And
this is hours before the mass.
I will usher in, I will leave the podium and go look for Bashar. Look at his quarters. See if I can find him there. So
Bashar has. He's as sort of the senior most Spiritus here. He has his. Technically, it's not a private room. He shares it with another Spiritus, but at this time, that spirit he's somewhere else. And so instead, Bashar is just kind of there, and he's thumbing through. He's thumbing through a couple texts and catechisms for him to sort of read through. And as
is he reading the Gifted Sacrifice? Or other parchments?
It's sort of commentary on the Gifted Sacrifice from other from luminaries. You could probably you could take a look at them. And
I wanna just be standing in the doorway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
watching him.
He's like not really paying attention. He's just kind of absent-mindedly biting his thumb. A little bit of blood is just kind of like pooling on his thumb.
Before I speak, I'll if I can roll something to see what he's reading specifically, I would love to
do it subtly. Yeah, you could either take a perception roll or if you wanted to try to dexterity your way into the room without announcing yourself.
I'll do dexterity because that's better.
Okay.
Oh, doubles, and that's a success by 0. It meets it, beats it, right?
Meets it, beats it, yes.
Okay, cool. Double success.
But it's still a success, so it's still a crit success anyway.
Okay. Do I get counters for that? I do, right?
Yes, you do. You get 3.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Just record that. So Bashar is reading commentary written years ago. Your old faction before that thing that happened, the textualists, put out
that's what I figured it was. Very
little commentary on this, and he's got but since the whole thing that happened in the Suchean heresy, they're the only ones who have written anything that is approved anymore. The animists kind of got pushed to the side, and so he's reading these sort of commentaries and sort of like almost like literary analysis You actually can see at the top of one of the essays Saska's name, and he's reading like literary analysis and these sort of like really in-depth takes on, because again they're textualists, they don't believe in outside sources, and so there's like these really in-depth takes on why like certain words are used, like why, like down to the level of like why they said don't as opposed to do not in two different in the same chapter, and stuff like that. And he's just like, but you are completely like outside of his perceptions right now.
Okay, and just a reminder, I'm a textualist, correct?
Yes, but because since being sort of kind of pushed to the fringes, that really you yourself are doctrinally a textualist, but you have not been a part of the textualist organization.
Saska is, yeah. Okay, I'm following. Okay, so Bashar.
He sort of jumps up because you were not even feet, you were inches away from him as he was reading. Oh, sire, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to scream. Just didn't expect you so close.
Sanguis Slava Supervos. Bashar.
And he...
I see you are being a good spiritist and reading the textualist documents that have been approved, but I got a strange letter in the mail.
Yes.
You know, I you can knock on my door whenever you need.
Well, he's like walking, and as he's like going to like close the door, and, like looks outside a little bit, closes the door, and his hand like hovers over the bolt to latch it, but he doesn't, and he comes back and like starts doing that thing that people do when they have company over, and like making himself sort of, well, sir, it's this particular, I understand that you have been troubled as of late, and
Troubled? What do you mean troubled? Nothing's wrong.
You yourself, no, you're right. I want...
What,
you have
Bashar? Spit it out!
You have a lot of concerns on your mind presently, and I didn't want to burden you without giving you time to see to other matters before me.
Why must I say this time and time again, Bashar? The matters of an archspiritist are none of a spiritist. I am your superior.
Exactly, and I didn't want to trouble you with concerns outside.
What is the meaning of this?
I have been thinking quite a bit, and I had some questions for you, and I hoped you could offer me some guidance, as you are an archspiritist above me, sire. And he like sets down 2 chairs on opposite sides of his desk that are like up against the wall, so there's no barrier between you, but there's now 2 chairs that you can sit in, and he like indicates for you to sit first, as you are the person of higher station.
I'll sit.
He sits down too, and he like thinks about it for a second, looks at his papers, like writes his papers a little bit. Sire, has our chapter been excommunicated?
What?
Well,
what kind of question is that? Excommunicated.
No longer in relations with the rest.
No. You must be joking. We are one of the pillars of the anima and Thursia herself. We are.
I only ask this because we have not received any form of communication for the last 2 months, and for the last 3 years there has been no visitors of any kind from the church. I keep in
No visitors.
Well, from the larger church. We've had our own congregation, but there's
let those larger... Let the corpuses, let the passios come and go as they must. And when they arrive, you shall get me immediately. But we must continue with our track that the anima has given us. She has laid it out for us. And the anima has guided us to her light and her harmony. Can't you feel it? And I'll grab his hand and hold it to my heart.
He smiles.
And I'll try to...
He smiles with like a level of warmth when you do that. That brings me to my next question.
These are scary questions, Bashar.
I agree. These are scary times. Why do we look so much to the larger church? We have our own congregation here, and we have...
Bashar! You understand that what you're saying is in direct contradiction to the commandments of the gifted sacrifice and the communists' ideals.
I understand that. I do. But I wonder, are the priorities not misaligned? We have done much more good in the last 3 years working purely as the way of the inner voice than we ever could have done as part of the communionists. When we operated on our own, the congregation has grown.
I reach out to grab his throat.
Give me a dex roll.
Doubles. 44.
Doubles 44.
Not a success.
Okay. He passes on a moss of 2.
Okay.
He leans back in his chair and just kind of falls backwards away from you, but dodges your throat grab.
Who?
I speak out of turn. I'm sorry. I merely had spiritual concerns. I never... There's no heresy in my heart, my lord, my sire, my archspiritus.
Bishop, I swear to you, you must sacrifice so much for what you have said today in this room, and you mustn't speak another breath of it. Do you understand?
Yes, sire.
For this is what your archspiritus tells you.
Yes, sire.
Now, did you talk to anyone? Did anyone ask you to ask you this?
No, naturally, I came to these thoughts of my
What was in those papers?
They're merely other textual. They're designated by the other archspirituses as approved documents. Archspiritus.
And if I asked you to show me them, they would show me exactly that, correct?
No, these thoughts are ones that I've had on my own. I was looking for answers in them, but they don't afford much.
I am giving you one chance to hand over these papers.
He hands them to you willingly. He doesn't. There's not. Yeah.
Bishar, you have proven a very, very good ally to me. I know I have been lost for a couple months, and we, as the Elpma, as this church, we are doing good, and we must stay rooted in our values as the way of the inner voice. Now I will grab a pinprick of blood from my finger and I will dab it on his forehead, and I will hold his chin.
Tears
put my forehead to his,
forming in his eyes.
And I just start to shake, and I'll let it go. I'll let him go.
Okay. And so do you leave his room?
Is there anything else, Bashar, that I should know about?
No, sire.
If you need to speak about this, just sacrifice something and endure those treacherous thoughts. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. I do.
And I will leave.
You walk out, and do you look at the papers at all?
I don't look at them now.
Okay.
No.
As you walk out, do you close the door behind you?
Yeah. Oh, this is wow. This I feel like is a really specific question that scares me. I'll leave it open. Deacon, I don't think would close it.
Okay. So as you walk out into the hallway, you're in the sort of like dormitory wing of the cathedral. So there's like there's other doors, all of them closed. But as you step out and take either a right or left turn, whichever you so decide, you hear that sound.
I thought you were gonna say puking.
No.
Not the goat! Not the goat! Okay.
And the goat looks at you and just... It... Actually, give me a connection roll, if you please.
Okay.
The goat looks at you and says, "Wake up, samurai."
Wake up, samurai. We've got a church to
amazing.
burn.
That is... Yeah, definitely a success.
The goat is staring at you not only disapprovingly, but disappointed. The goat just looks at you, shakes its head, and indicates to the door just across the hall from Bashar's.
I swear to God, if you get me in trouble one more time, you stupid little... You're not gonna let me go, are you?
The chewing.
You should stay outside.
You look at
the fucking door.
Okay. It spits as you open up the door. It spits out of its mouth a little. The last thing you see before the door kind of like the sort of natural suction of whatever magic it uses, it spits out like a page you can very clearly recognize is from the Gifted Sacrifice.
Oh my God! What a fucking bitch!
Goat don't care.
I thought you were gonna say like a finger or something, and this is much worse.
Yeah, so much worse.
Oh my God!
Goat don't care. At this point, we're gonna swap on over to Aes.
Ah, shit.
And we don't find you on your boat for once. We find you back in port at Fessipton. And we find you outside of a large building. And so Fessipton City is a special city because it's built on top of a pleasure palace from the era of the Mage Kings. And so the city is kind of a city in two parts. There's these old basalt buildings that track back to the era of the Mage Kings, and then they've sort of built on top of them with red brick and wood. The building you're standing in front of is entirely original to the Mage Kings. It's like it basically looks like a 4-story brutalist square, with big block, like big black, like a single mass of like carved basalt, and painted on it is a sign in beautiful letters and a little rose underneath: "The Church of the Inner Voice, Fessipton Branch." And outside is and you find yourself holding like a calling card from Thorn that simply says, "Darling, I would love to meet you. Please do swing by the church, and I'll be happy to entertain you."
Ace is getting laid! 100%.
I need you to know that my noise gate compressed out every part of that where you said laid.
Yeah.
Anyway, and as you arrive, a doorman in like sort of the finest Fessipton wear, Miss Swiftsail, it is a pleasure to see you. I shall notify Mr. Pistel immediately. And do come inside. And you come inside, and it is a beautifully furnished, well-appointed sort of waiting room with lots of plants and things. But it is notable that the waiting room is incredibly small. It's like this room is definitely not meant to have people in it, but you can sit down on like a cushy chair if you want.
Yeah. I'd love to sit on a decently sized couch.
Yeah, it's cushy and it's comfortable.
Okay.
And so Thorn comes down, and you see him with his long black hair and $1 million smile. Tantamile, his white cat, is walking beside him. Darling Aeus, it's a pleasure to see you again. And he comes down, drops to one knee, brings your hand close, kisses it. The thing that he does every time, like acting like a prince who's just seen his princess for the first time. It's so good. So, is it true? Do you believe you've also received your own infernal creature?
Infernal creature.
I say it in jest. It's like Tantamile's like, it's like, I say it only in jest. No, actually, I believe these things, strangely enough, are forces for good. If you could believe me. Where is he? Is he around?
Is there a window? I'd like to look out it to see if he's like off in the distance a little.
Give me a perception check.
Okay. Well, you see, Thorn, he often just kind of trails behind me. I have a MOF of 6.
So with that, I almost want to do a thing where he only appears when you fail to see him, but I don't know yet. In this particular case,
I'll say it as I look outside and be like, it's a small pony. So if I don't see it, maybe he will.
Just to the right of the door, or up to the window, is a small, like, fern, and he's just behind the fern.
But I don't see him?
No, you do. I was more thinking of, like, he only appears when you fail. But it's like, well, that's much larger than you. Interesting.
Yes. And, I believe it's somehow in tandem with 2 others that aren't mine, but belong to other companions I keep running into.
That does make sense. I am aware of several others. I've run into an individual who had a lizard that was of similar capacity, but unfortunately he died.
This is his dark materials.
Maybe. Unfortunately, he met with an untimely end in the Skeltari wastes. And, yes. I don't...
Well, yes. So, I have so many questions.
Come and walk. And he opens the door, and he takes you to the large, to like the atrium of his own little church. And this is a very small,
I'd like to also just maybe like do a little hand motion, and if the horse doesn't come, that's okay.
So you see him, you do the hand motion, you turn around, he's already in the atrium.
Oh,
He's already in the cathedral portion. And his pews are all like nice padded chairs that are all like lined up. And there's like carpet on the floor. Everything's like very red. So the working theory that my reptilian associate and my feline individual came up with is these creatures are minders of sorts. They we believe they are from an era of the Mage Kings, where perhaps these would have been companions that would have traveled along with familiars, if you will, but familiars who are unstuck to their original animal body, and these sort of shapeless entities, these things outside of space and time. As he walks you through, he takes you to a right-hand corner, and you start walking through this wood hallway, and there's tons of doors down this hallway, and you can see a spiral staircase up. I believe these are my working theory is that these are somehow, in one of the rooms, you hear the sound of, like, smacking and, like, whip cracking. They are somehow, they have goals, is what I've concluded. Tantamile has been guiding me in a particular direction, and I believe that, and I would hazard a guess that your small horse is also trying to guide you in a direction. Now, what that direction is, I don't know. I've managed to conclude that Tantamile deeply enjoys when I avoid killing individuals. But
interesting.
Otherwise, yes,
Because that was, I guess, one of my questions that I had, and amongst so many of them, is I couldn't get over this feeling that my horse seemed very happy about how the last adventure I went on went, and I don't know why, and I feel like I possibly helped a very not great person, but
unfortunately,
I feel good about them no longer suffering in the way that they were.
Unfortunately, I don't know. The lizard friend of mine, his lizard deeply enjoyed experimentation in science at a nearly to a depraved degree, in fact. And so I couldn't tell you, to be quite honest. I don't know. Maybe perhaps who was this another arms dealer friend, one of the people you sell to, or
the person I helped?
Yes.
Sort of, actually. If you remember from the day that we first met, Virgil.
Oh.
He has a daughter.
Oh.
And she was at that party that I got your invitation for, that you sent me, and it seems like she got into quite an awful scuffle with Joachim, and maybe went a little wild, and then we started being unmade, and then I maybe helped her, and she is no longer being unmade.
So as he starts climbing the spiral staircase, and then at the mention of so first when you mention Virgil, he looks down to Tantamile and takes a quick second. But then at the mention of Joachim, he like stops, sighs, climbs, and keeps going. It's very interesting. Clearly there is something going on that I am not yet aware of. But I would wonder if perhaps yours has a sort of mindset for connections, tying people to you.
Oh. I suppose that might make sense. I've met a lot of the same people
Well,
now.
and he starts climbing. It's like, that's one of my theories, in fact. And as he takes you up, there's now an open area, and it's now this like sort of wide open area as people are sitting like smoking, drinking, just kind of like lounging. It's all pretty normal, unless you wanted to make a perception check. Okay.
It's all pretty normal unless you want to see the not normal shit.
Yeah, it's pretty normal. It's like, it's just like a hookah lounge. It's just like an open plan
that checks
hookah
out
lounge.
for AS. Okay.
And so he starts walking, and now I do believe there are people that are somehow connected, not directly to the animals, but I do believe there is some sort of connection to them. Me and the reptile friend did our sort of thinking was that, well, quite simply, there are those who are compatible with the animals, who could have received them, and there's a sort of magnetism about that. Has been our working theory. These sort of individuals who have the sort of compatibility with them, but for whatever reason weren't chosen.
But, that's very...
He walks by people and who are smiling, who are doing, who are sort of relaxing.
But Thorn, yes, I get along with my horse, and my Floranian friend seems to get along with her little girl.
Wait,
but
she has a human or a cocoon?
that's what she seems to be. Yes, it's a little girl, and I haven't seen her very much, but she has this little stuffed bear, and everything she does is kind of like through, as if she's being told by the bear, but it's obviously stuffed and it doesn't seem to be speaking, and she doesn't speak, she just growls like a child growling. But that's kind of, that is an interesting point, and I'm sure that's very new to you. But going off back on your last sentence, yes, we seem to get along with our animals, and you and Tantamile have a beautiful relationship, but Deacon doesn't seem to get along with his goat at all.
Deacon doesn't seem to get along with anyone quite well.
Oh, yes.
But
I get along with Bishar fine enough. Thank you.
You're not here right now.
You're not
excuse
playing.
you.
I'm defending myself imaginarily.
Boo. He said well, to be quite honest, I didn't get along all that well with Tantamile when we first met. Sort of what you see around you in the sensationalist ideologies as a whole, or the sensationalist message as a whole, was largely made from my work with Tantamile.
Okay.
She compels me to be less murderous. The man you see before you is not a man who would have been nearly as agreeable, shall we say. But over time, I learned her cues and learned what she wanted, and I found myself a much more satisfied individual.
Well, then, I hope for that as well, and I'm very thankful for her.
He smiles, and Tantamile like purrs as she walks, and like gives you a quick little flick of her tail of just like, yeah, little white cat. Just it's like that. I did that. He's my project.
A fixer-upper.
And so he pulls you to his office, to like a room off of this open plan space behind a two-way mirror, and sits down into his office, which is well apportioned. There's lots of stuff. There's knickknacks and trophies and all kinds of little things.
I can tell it's a two-way mirror.
Yeah, like you see the outside mirror, and then you go around, and it's the inside, and you can see out over the room.
Oh.
Like you get the impression that this is as much of a nightclub as it is a church. And he sits down, and you see that, you know how Deacon has that little red rope?
Yeah.
You see that, but it's tied into a like half knotted shibari knot, and he quickly like, oh, sorry, and he throws that off of his desk.
I don't think Ias would recognize
perfect.
it. So.
Okay.
She'd be like, "Oh, I've never used that knot on sailing."
And he sits down and he simply says, so, yes, I don't fully understand it all that well either, but at its core, I do believe these animals are good. In a good beyond petty morality or who's worth shooting or not shooting. I believe that if there is some level of objectivity to the universe, these animals are good. That's just my theory, though. Of course, the reptile man, should be mentioned, was led to his death by his reptile, by his little lizard.
And there was depraved science with that.
And that's fair, but regardless, the lizard was harmful to him. I believe they're working towards something that is not us. I have developed a satisfaction from it, but not everyone might. So what I can tell you is I trust Tantamile. I would recommend you trust your horse, because the alternative is, well, for me it was Scratchy.
I did see Dean get pretty well beat up by a goat that transformed into something much different than a goat. But in a similar way that Tantamile turned into a small panther once?
Oh no, it was a large panther.
Oh, I try to forget that.
That's the other thing. I haven't figured that part out.
Oh, okay.
There seems to be a rather combative nature to them, and if they turn violent, things don't end well. I'll be honest, I'm looking for a report of what your Floranian friend has. I should be terrified to see what kind of warrior that little girl grows up into.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that. She's so cute.
I'm sure. So, all of them seem to be. You have a small horse.
He's very cute.
That's adorable.
Wait, it's that little girl from League of Legends.
Copyrighted.
You know?
Copyrighted. Go away. Copyrighted. I'm gonna bleep all of this.
Beep, 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 beep. This, and it's just like a little banner that says, following material is not...
Yeah.
Technical difficulties.
So, Thorn... So, what I'll tell you is this, darling. Is you've been given a gift. You've been given a real opportunity that I would not pass up. There's something on the way related to these. And whatever they are, they have to be something special. And you have to be something special too.
I'd like to think that. But there's also a world in which I'm not sure I'm the right person who got this. Because, so the night that we got the animals, I took, I think, the stone tablet that triggered this all, and I don't know how you got Tantamile. Was it through a stone bust? Because I feel like that's, at this point, how I got my horse here.
He sits down, he sets down his thing. I don't have, well, maybe I'll relay my story of how I got this. I got Tantamile. Maybe that could help you gather data. And but first, I think a drink is in order. And he turns around, and then all of a sudden, you hear a sound like a window opening. And if you turn, do you turn around? Because it comes behind. Boris is standing in the window.
Hi. Hi.
He gestures below him.
To the window?
To the window.
To the wall. Does the window still look like it leads to outside?
It leads somewhere sunny, is what I'll say.
Thorn, we may have to pick this up another time.
He's over there pouring a brandy. He's like, so me and Joachim were traveling to hunt down... Oh. I see. Duty calls, then. In that case, brandy for the road.
Yes.
Don't worry about the glass.
Yes.
He hands you a glass of brandy, and then it's like, well, good luck. And remember, trust the horse, and the little girl, and also the goat. Honestly, trust anyone who can beat up Deacon. And
from what I've seen, I think you all can.
Kick a man while he's not even around.
And so...
Speak that way when I'm in front of you, bitch. I dare you.
I have.
No, I just...
And regardless, so do you hop through?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll sit on the window and point and wave first, and then...
Goodbye. And as you do, as you do, he unbuttons his shirt just a little bit, just, not I'm going to relax kind of way. I'll be waiting if you find a way back. And he throws back the brandy, and you step through the window. At this point, I'm going to take a quick pause so I can run to the bathroom.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Yes.
The Skeletari Wastes, where are they?
South. The southest south you can south.
They're the south. Okay. They're not part of this continent.
Well, technically they are. You can technically travel to them by foot, but they are the southest south you can south.
Okay. And that's where the lizard guy died. Okay.
We find ourselves in the glade. Actually, at the doorway to the glade, there is a by the way the glade works, you can only leave from the way that you enter, and so you previously entered just a little bit away from June's place, and before you left, she left a small note for you that says, God damn it, Grant, I can't clear that without making the thing look shitty.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna crawl into a hole.
Yeah,
Good.
Anyway, but as you return to the glade, so you leave the glade, you get a little message from June that just says, "Don't leave so quick." And she's known how to write to you this whole time, but just as a sort of ask as sort of like an invitation sort of thing. Just don't leave so quick. What do you do?
I want to take a peek around and see if anybody has... Well, how much time has it been?
It's been... that's actually something you can answer.
Okay.
Because this can either take place immediately after the events of everything.
I was hoping it would be immediately after.
Yeah, it can be.
Okay.
It's your call.
I just want to see if anyone new has arrived. Or if anyone has been looking for me at all.
At this time, it doesn't look like it. It's mostly been Mabel holding down the fort, that little ghost girl from Fessipton. She's mostly been holding down the fort in the last two days since. You've had people coming in and out since the the incident. But they mostly just crash and like say hi and chat for a little bit. Let me see if I have your note. Let me see where I have your people real quick, just to see who hangs around.
Oh jeez. I should have that pulled up too.
Oh yeah. So like, you have probably the most common one has been Suffer is his name. He's
That's a sick name.
Well, his full name is Suffer Not the Intolerant, but
oh God, is he one of those?
the Blessed, yeah.
Fuck! I hate those.
He was the one who came by the most, but he hasn't come by since. But you can decide whether or not you talk to him about the thing that happened, or he just kind of shows up and is like, "Hey, how you doing?" He's also like a doctor. He can like do surgery and shit on you. He's learned in your traveling time. But as of right now, he's not. As of right now, he's not there. It's just Mabel the Ghost Girl.
Sick.
Mabel Rollins.
I want to go up to Mabel and just be like, I just had the weirdest time.
Yeah?
I loved it. You should see my journal. It is full.
Full? You filled up a journal? How do you even do that?
I've met so many people, and people were trying to kill people, and it was a whole thing. And there were a couple people that I'd rather not be there, but it was magnificent.
And she like goes to touch it and remembers, wait, I'm a ghost. And so did any of them explain who the weird little girl is? And she like looks over, and then sitting with her feet in the exit pond is Bear Girl, just like boop a doop a doop. Did they explain who the weird little girl is?
No, but get this. Deacon, unfortunately, yes, Deacon was there. Deacon has a weird goat. And Aes, you know Aes, yes?
Yeah, from when you went to actually wait, I guess she would have.
I would have recounted.
If you told her, because I never wrote the order of these, and I'm trying to figure out if that matches up in the timeline, because when did you do that? 60 flat?
It's written somewhere. I don't know.
Oh no, because you had to, because Aes. Okay, no, never mind. Yes, she would have been around for when Aes was there, when you hung out. Yes,
yeah.
I did the math. So yeah. Oh, Aes. She was so fun.
She's great. She has a miniature pony.
A pony?
I know. A mini pony. I didn't know that they came that mini.
I've always heard about them. Always wanted one.
Okay. Well, if by chance I can get Ace to come by, maybe you can see the mini pony.
I could. She condenses her her sort of transparent feet into like a little ghost tail. Like, I could float above him like I'm riding him. So fun.
I feel like I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. She like starts doing like corkscrews in the air.
Mm-hmm.
There is something real quick about her.
Yeah.
In the last, like, she used to be a normal kid. And then in the last, like, since she moved into the glade with you, she has been able to do more ghosty things. Like, she's become less of a Kokutan child and more like Casper.
Yeah.
This is like these are starting to be like new developments for her.
I love Ghost Bestie. Ghost Bestie / child.
Collecting children.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do?
I'm good at it. I wanted to I wanted to do a tea reading about what just happened.
Okay. Word. So you're gonna roll cog for me.
Okay.
The get the tea reading book up. Okay,
Who are you gonna call? T.
You said Cog?
Bestie.
Cog, yes.
Okay.
Go, Ghost Bestie.
Ghost bestie. That's so good.
It's a good.
Yay!
Nice.
Moss of... Where's my Cog? What is that? 13?
13. Okay.
I don't even know if I have counters at this point, but without counters...
Well,
it's
that'll earn you a counter. That'll earn you
Sick.
whatever your cog bonus is.
Dos.
What is your cog? Oh, 2?
Let's, for the sake of sanity, just say I have 2.
Yeah. So you get two.
In my brain,
two-
they just zero out eventually because I
Fair.
can't keep track.
So as you're like doing the washing ceremony, Mabel, who has watched this 1,000 times before, is like, wow. Bear Girl is just kind of like, whatever, I don't care. Boop-a-doo. She's like making her bear like walk on the water. And so you pull you first, it forms into like the shape of like a square with like a pillar sticking out of it that you recognize as the cathedral. And then off to the corner, the tea leaves form into a sort of like a line, and then it like flares out, but it's broken in the center. And then the last one, you see sort of like scales, like Libra. So in order, the one that's like a church forms up into, or usually stands for legacy, or sort of like the long arm of history. And then the other one, the flared one, usually means rifle, but it's broken. And that usually is used to be like a sign of discord and strife when it's complete. And the scales are usually meant to show the impending judgment.
The scale's in the middle, right?
No, it's off to the side. So they're in like a perfect triangle on sides. So there's
Church.
and so nothing. So it's like church,
Cathedral, rifle.
cathedral,
scales.
rifle, scales. And so they're kind of occupying little spaces around themselves. And so, you're free to interpret those however you want, or what those could possibly mean.
Okay. Cute. Here for it. Okay, I'd say, because with Deacon and Ace, there was some time passed before the next jump.
Yes.
In those 2 weeks, I think Kaylin would just try to figure out what the little girl likes.
Okay.
Like, because obviously I'm aware that she has opinions on what I do, and I want to see if it's like, is it only when I have a specific adventure that I'm going on that she has an opinion, or if it's like, if there's something, you know what I mean? Like if it's centered around a kind of action.
So, unlike Deacon and Aes, or you, actually, I guess you wouldn't know this, so never mind, not unlike, she spends a lot of time physical, and 99% of her time, she's over by the door to the glade. Like, she hangs out in the, out in there, and, like, almost like a puppy, like, in that way, it's like, we're gonna go for a walk. Every time you walk close to the entrance, she like perks up and is like, we going? We going? But like not in the way of like she's ordering you or she's not like commanding you.
Yeah.
She just like
She's just excited.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so do you spend that time wholly in the glade or no?
I think I would just kind of be I want to send a couple letters to people.
Sure. What do you write?
So first I want to reach out to Ilya and what is it, Valentina?
Okay.
I want to reach out to them and just be like, I hope you're feeling well. I hope, like, how is everything? Do you feel even better than before? Because I think this whole thing of the whole regeneration is so cool to her. She never would, but I think it's so weird and cool. So I want to reach out and be like, how do you feel? Like, do you feel brand new? Do you have any new ability? Like, I don't know, just like piquing interest at it. And just saying like, thanks for having my back there and trusting my judgment. And to reach out or come visit anytime.
Okay.
So I want to send that to them.
I'll go over who responds or whether people respond after once you've sent them all.
Okay. Sorry, I'm writing it down for myself to keep track. And then I want to message back June and say, didn't mean to leave so quick. Lovely seeing you. Sorry for the craziness. Talk soon. Just, just to be like, because she knows how to find me.
Yeah.
But just to explain that. Sorry, I'm scrolling through the list of people, so I remember names. I'm so bad at names.
Would you like to message Gregory Sunflower?
I was thinking about it.
Not Shrimp Boy, please.
Yes.
Yes.
Please.
I actually... I want to send a gift
Okay.
to him.
Okay.
No. I want to send him, like, just, like, a big old bag of, like, peppermint tea.
Aw, okay. That's perfectly...
Be like, hope you're feeling better.
Congrats for not shitting yourself to death.
Yeah, good job.
So
Maybe he just has IBS, the poor guy.
I feel
He ate
it.
shrimp that was bad.
Bad shrimpies.
It was mountain shrimp. Like, there's some food miles on that. Like
Some Spider Pete's shrimpies.
To be fair, we don't know the topography of shrimp in this world.
Shrimp in
but
here, it could be freshwater shrimp.
no!
Oh no.
Terrifying thought. These are my mountain shrimp.
Mountain shrimp.
So,
That's gotta be what prawns are, right?
I mean, I'm tempted to just add this to the lore
know.
that the Keishin have underwater seas, and it's actually quite easy to get shrimp on the Spider Peaks. Like you could, like if you did the heat map of shrimp, it's like all
aquifer but shrimp.
it's like all along the coasts, and then
That's what I
dead
was
center
imagining.
from the peak of like just
So does that mean that the drinking water is a slightly shrimpy flavor?
possibly.
Like top ramen
Okay.
broth?
But to
Ew.
to bring
Oh wait. To add
Sorry.
to my sunflower one.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to note in it to have him message me back with what his leaves say. Like, just to be like, can you just jot down a general idea of what those look like?
Okay. So in sort of order of things. First off, every time you send a letter, little girl is so excited. She's like,
Yay!
but then when you don't leave to personally when you don't leave, you just do the, I won't go into like the details, but like one of your companions made the glade as like a space magic thing, is like sort of this like incantation, and like it has this message sending function because it's less intensive than people sending.
Yeah.
And every time you don't leave, you just stay there to like send the letter. She gets kind of bummed.
Aww.
And so like she as the weeks go by, she's taken up this habit of throwing rocks into the entrance portal. But regardless, so first back, Valentina does write back.
Okay.
And just send you a sort of thing of like, it's absolute pleasure to hear from you. I thank you for working to support my resurrection. Please, looking forward to seeing you again, good friend. Lots of like just general pleasantries, general stuff, but like could have easily been written by like a secretary or something. Like hugs, kisses, XOXO, love you so much, Valentina. Like it's very much like just a letter. Like June's though is more personal. She kind of probably the biggest thing she sends you is like I miss like not so much that she doesn't say I miss you, but like a lot of like it was good to talk to you. It's good to see you. You grew like and stuff like that. and so lots of like just never hesitate if you can get to me. I want to see you, so on and so forth. You are it's good to have a friend there. And so
Kaylin, can I ask you a question really quick?
Oh God.
Out of character. Now, June was one of your companions, correct? On your moment? Okay.
The first.
Was she your
actually.
first
The
one?
first.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How long have you been on this? How long had she since the last episode and your first companionship? How long was it?
Perhaps Deacon should ask her.
These are questions Deacon could ask. This sounds like out of context things. I'll allow you that.
But it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Been a while.
It's been
A good bit.
years.
It's been a while.
I will.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut you off because I allowed the first question because we did say it in 2 sessions ago.
We didn't say it. We haven't answered this question.
Not how long.
Not exact.
Not how long
Okay,
Kaylin's been around.
Forgive me. I thought we might have.
No.
I thought Ace might have, or Kaylin might have mentioned it.
Anyway, back to Kaylin's moment. Love you. So, and then the last one you got is
Gregory.
from Gregory, and it's just like, oh, delighted. Auntie is well recovered at this point, and so on and so forth. And he does make a point. Thank you so much for the peppermint tea. I should say that I do believe it was that particular variety of shrimp that was so grown up in the mountains there that did this to me.
No, it cannot be canon. It can't.
It is.
I mean, there is a straight answer. You just didn't find it. I'll say that much. You just didn't find the answer. As I do believe it was a particular variety. I'll have you know that I have consumed. I still enjoy my nightly ritual of consuming copious amounts of shellfish. I do that now that I'm back home in Fesserton. The waters of the harbor teem with mussels, shrimp, prawns, and oysters, and I am able to catch my own every night.
Nice.
Catch his own.
Catches his own.
It's hobby.
His harbor mussels.
Ew.
None of us noticed how jacked he was, reeling in pounds of shrimp every night.
He's like, oh, but regardless, things are going quite well in this. With her new renewed vigor, Auntie has been able to champion several bills as in the Guardian Council, as well as pushing through the Assembly. Things are going quite well, I must say, for her and for the patrician party in general. So I do appreciate you and your... I do appreciate you and all that you did to protect my auntie. And Gregory does say, I don't know what you mean by reading the tea, though. Unfortunately, I looked at the leaves, and they were just leaves. Perhaps I don't know the alphabet. Is there a way? Is there another alphabet they're supposed to spell? Right back soon. Tatty bye and
Tatty bye.
I love that. Oh my god.
Speak with him
I would
every
am-
day.
I want me and Gregory to be pen pals.
There's something about
I need
Christian's
it.
ability to make NPCs that viscerally make me so uncomfortable.
I love them.
Again and again.
Tatty pie. I'm going to go eat
pie.
I'm going to
I
eat
need a-
mushies. I'm going to go eat my mussies and shrimpsies.
No.
They like to swim together in my tum-tum.
Ew.
If it's any consolation, I've ruined shrimp for myself because I did genuinely look at a DoorDash and just went, "Oh, we could have shrimpies," and then immediately
Yes.
vomited in my mouth. So,
Yeah.
so it's all good.
Yeah.
Is there-
Can it be canon that me and Gregory are pen pals?
Oh yeah, sure.
You're teaching
Yes!
him tea leaf
Yeah.
reading.
yeah, you can.
This is my like side quest.
As you're writing back to Gregory, as you're writing back to Gregory, a stuffed bear slams itself onto your writing desk rock.
Hello.
And she's like shaking the bear in front of you. And she like whips the bear around to the glade, to the door to the glade.
Let me finish this and I'll be over.
Slams it down harder on the thing.
Oh no. Okay.
Maybe you don't like leather.
She
I'll be like, talk
takes
soon.
the
and
inkwell.
then-
Wait, actually, roll dex for me.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Okay.
Oh wait.
So
I
you-
literally can't even. I don't have my chat pulled up.
You got a 34.
Oh yeah.
Out of 34.
Yes. That is a moss of 14.
Okay, so you pass. And you get
Your
counters for
dex
that.
is that high?
It's 46.
Jesus.
This is a moss of 12. That's still crazy
Yeah.
high.
No, I have 2 counters.
It's
Oh, that's true. You have 2 counters.
And now you have 6 counters.
I have
'cause you get
6.
4.
Oh my
so
God.
she like goes to slam the bear into the inkwell, and spill the ink on it, but you just like whoop.
Oh.
She's like looking up at you all angry. Mabel like looks. It has that like that sort of like stutter step of somebody like the step ball change of somebody who's about to get involved in a fight but decides better. Like she's about to, and then it's just like no.
Alright. I'll pick up my little staff and be like, Mabel, I'm heading out. At this point, I know the drill.
Yeah.
Once is enough to learn.
And she like, as you start walking, she starts getting happier again, and and she like drop, like, but with her little bear legs. And
Please get the bear, Christian. Do you have it?
he's so far away right now.
I want it.
Fine.
It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to.
No, I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna go get
I
it.
want him. I want him. I want him.
Yeah.
It's just so nice. It's so nice to see it.
I love Truffles. He's a good
I
bear.
have to start remembering to bring this when I have.
Yes.
We'll get you a little sticky note.
Yeah.
It
I
says
had
get
an
Truffles.
idea. I had an idea. You know those wolf T-shirts of
Yeah.
like I want to get one of a goat.
Yeah.
And then
Oh
one of
my
a
God.
horse and one of a bear, or like even creepier, like a bunch of little girls. Like I just feel like
Yeah,
that would
Megan,
be-
walk around in public with your little girl shirt on.
Yeah. That's a good
so
idea.
she's
You
like-
could for sure get one of like a little witchy coven though.
Yeah.
I could.
But yeah, so she's like up. She looks, and then she stops. The bear turns to you, and just she looks like right outside, and she looks up at you. Huh?
Are we outside or
No,
at the door?
you at the door. You're at the
Oh,
exit.
okay.
She's like,
I want to teach the little girl something.
okay.
Okay. When we have somewhere to be, let's do this. And then on the door, I want to do the like, dun, 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 dun. And that way, you can let me know if you'd like to go out.
She like
Let's Let's do it together.
She-
very kindergarten teacher. Like,
She tries it with the bare hand. It doesn't make any noise.
it's the action that counts. And then, as soon as she attempts to do it,
Yeah, she does.
and then I'm gonna open the door.
So you hop.
Immediately.
You
I'm
hop.
conditioning the kid.
You hop through, and you find yourself. And if we would like to switch the map.
You'll find yourself in the tavern.
Yes.
Welcome to the desert.
Welcome. It's my home.
So you find yourself in.
Is this you as in all of us,
Well,
or
I'm
you as in
gonna
Kaylin
get to
specifically?
that. So
Okay,
we'll start with
Jesus.
Kaylin's vision of the situation. As you walk out of the pool that is the exit to the glade, you, if I can friggin', I think it's, are you in the background? No, you're in object view.
I see her.
There we go. Okay, so Kaylin
It's
comes
me.
out, and you come out, walking out of the pool in the glade with yourself, and you are, and you find yourself in the desert. 1 second. And you find yourself in a desert land, with nice flowing water and very large fish just next to you.
Nice.
Freshwater shrimp.
Shrimpies.
Freshwater shrimp. Meanwhile, Aeus, you, as you walk through the window, you find yourself walking through this large gate. So yeah, Aeus, you find yourself you like walk as you walk through the window. You walk through the it like just right over top of like a small barrel through this gate, and you find yourself here.
Did I do that?
I was kind of dragging you around a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
Deacon, as you open the door to your thing, the first thing you see is you push the door open, and then as soon as the door leaves your hand, it leaves a tent flap. It like turns it like beyond just at the corner of your perception, it becomes a tent flap, and you find yourself out here.
And the sun is shining.
Well,
and,
here's the thing: is you are under a large glass dome. So not really I can't call it a dome on account of the fact it's like weird shape. These walls you see on the map are like glass domes. You actually know where you are, Deacon.
Where am I?
You are in Aksun, in a sort of peripheral, like a not in Jorlog, but you are in a settlement called Suk al Hibir.
Sukal Habir. How far away is it from
Al Hibar? My bad.
Al Hibar? That's the name.
It is roughly the distance of I would say like going from.
Jorwaltz.
I'm trying to give you from Jorlo. It would be like traveling from like New York to Philadelphia.
Okay, and Jorwaltz is northwestern to
to Aksun
northeastern.
Yeah, it's like this is
okay. Cool.
This is not a coastal place. Like this is firmly in the desert.
Can I hold my hand out and let it feel the sun? Do I feel the sensation?
I mean,
of
of sunlight?
You're you, so yeah. I mean, you know what sunlight feels like, but it's not like it's gonna like spaz you.
Okay, yeah. I'll just pull out one of my umbrellas, or pull out my umbrella.
Yeah, several umbrellas. So yeah, you find yourself in Souk Al Hibar.
I thought it was an Al Hibar.
Souk Al Hibar. That's the full.
Souk Al Hibar.
Yes,
okay,
that's
cool.
the full title. Which in Oxunian translates to squid market, because you can't see it you can't perceive it from here, but anybody who would look up from this thing would realize that the entire it is a whole market community inside of one glass building that is shaped like a giant squid. You happen to find yourself in one of the tentacles. The whole building is climate controlled, and it is one of the most famous sort of markets and trading center on the west coast of Keru.
Is this close to the capital of Oxun?
No, you work out of the capital of Oxun.
Heard.
Just for a quick understanding, so does that mean Kaylin's outside of the bubble?
Kaylin is outside of the
Yes.
bubble. There is a door just out of frame. Like if she needed to get in, she could. But she came out of there because she comes out of water, and I thought or would you like to come out of the fountain, Kaylin?
Honestly, can I come out of the fountain?
Sure, you can come out of the fountain. No sweat.
Yes!
So you sort of like step out of the fountain, and a couple people are shocked. Like a couple people are like, whoa.
Can I talk to one
me?
of the vendors?
Yeah, sure. There's like the vendor of the tent you just got out of.
Yeah, I'd like to take a look around at what there is.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with AS real fast, just because you're at the top there, and so you looking around see people just selling wares left and right. Like there's food guys next to drink guys. It's pretty much everywhere.
Do I have my brandy in my hand?
Yes, you still have your brandy in your hand.
I'd like to be sipping brandy and browsing wares. I don't care much for food and drink.
Okay, so you walk over to something, and I'll tell you what's there. Like it's not anything. It's very diverse. There is no zoning laws in the giant squid.
Okay.
So people just kind of
Nice.
set up where they're permitted to set up. So yeah, drag AS somewhere, and I can tell you what's going on.
Let's see. I feel like this one's food. This like striped one at the top here.
Mm-hmm.
I can't highlight things right now. And so about that green one. So I guess I'll just look at this pentagon striped one.
So in that one, you see a lot of glassware, fine crystals, and
Ooh.
but because this is Oxun, you know that the crystalware here is almost all designed to channel magic in some way, and the old man who's working there looks very tired, but he's but like most of this stuff is like just normal casual things, like everyday house items they're specifically like made out of glass. So you have like something that looks like a something that's like a little glass prism, but it when you tap on it, it tells you where the sun is in the sky.
Oh.
And so it's just like sort of like a knick-knack shop. There's one guy, or the man working there, the tired man, is like looking over a spoon for a second, and he like dips as he doesn't notice you. He dips the spoon in some soup, and the soup immediately like boils. Takes it up, it's like, no, and he like takes out a knife and just starts like carving little bits off of it.
I don't think I necessarily want to draw his attention right now. Can I make some kind of roll to see if there's anything I think I'd be particularly interested in based on just visuals?
Sure. Yeah, make a cog or perception roll.
That's a 1, baby.
Nice.
So yeah, over in the corner of his shop, are
I will say, if it matters, I'd have higher cog.
okay. Sure. They base it off of your cog. So quite simply, is Aes looking for anything right now?
I'd say no, not in particular.
Okay. In that case,
She's always on the prowl for boat-related things.
okay. She's on the prow.
Yes.
You find it's not anything crazy special, but you find a set of 5 marbles that when you bring your hand over them, they like kind of magnetize up to your hand, spin, and then with one marble, they form a compass. And with one marble turning red to represent north. And so it's just like a little sort of physical compass that you levitate with your hand.
Do I get the impression that non-magic users could still use it?
Yes.
Yes.
It still requires, it reacts to magical energy, not so much magical training. So as long as someone alive, or not so much that, as long as someone of this world is using it, as long as their energies align, they would be fine.
Okay. Excuse me, sir.
Yep.
Hey, I was just curious on how much this set of marbles would cost.
Of course. Good old orb compass. He's like looking at it. He's looking at it. I would say. Sorry, I'm trying to find my currency tab. I would say that would probably set you back. Darn it, Christian! You had to use non.
At least you're consistent.
I know.
Like, props to you. At least you're consistent. Watch it be based off of, like, the country that Oxun was actually based on's currency.
I believe,
that-
honestly, much like buying, like, weapons and stuff for us, it's probably he's doing, like, long-form multiplication right now.
Probably. So he kind of goes, it's about, sets you back about 120 teardrops.
Oh, shit.
Teardrops, for your knowledge, are the Oxunian currency, which are special little glass discs that when you hold them up,
Yeah.
they look like crystal balls and like show the value that they're worth. They're entirely weightless, though. Yep. 120 teardrops.
For my mentality, that's how much RP?
0.1.
0.1.
0.1 RP.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Are you having some difficulty with your heat runes?
Is the spoon. The patterns are a little off, and just trying to, get it to boil a little bit. It's supposed to heat the soup to the ideal temperature. Unfortunately, it immediately boils it. And I've been trying to shave it to try to diminish the power a little bit, but it just amplifies energy too much.
I know anything. I study heat.
It is.
I've studied co.
It is co-magic. You understand the principles of it, is what I'll say. Like, you know, like, insofar as, like, a physicist who specializes in thermodynamics understands how a fridge works.
Right.
But, like, I don't know if you would know how to repair a fridge.
Can I take a look at it?
Sure. Give me call it a knowledge roll.
Wait, I think it's a lucky number. No, it's not.
It's not.
No.
But
I never get to use co. I'm gonna throw in a specialty.
Okay.
I'm gonna kick it, right?
kick it. Yep.
I'm gonna kick it with a specialty.
Oh, okay.
That is actually the term used in the rule book.
New word unlocked.
Yeah, it's
New word.
I edited the old beta rule book, and I found that's actually the term used in the book.
So we can stop saying forking.
You can stop saying forking. It's kick it.
Thank you. Perfect.
So 74 or 48.
77.
77 doubles, baby. So yeah, you take it a little bit and you fiddle with it. It's less that you're like trying to shave it or anything. In fact, shaving it does nothing. All he's really doing with the shaving it is messing with its capacitance.
Right.
The actual problem with it is that it is shaped like a spoon. The spoon, what's happening is it's creating heat, but the spoon is condensing that heat in the middle of it and getting it up to the temperature of a small sun. Not literally, but like it's creating sort of like a convection current in itself. And so the problem is that it's shaped like a spoon. You need to create some kind of venting system to stop it. It is what you can tell with what you have. I won't say how you could do it, but yeah, that's your read as a doctorate of heat magic.
So I'll say that to him, and then I think Aes's suggestion, not really knowing anything about that, and not knowing anything about venting, because she really just does like guns. Be like, you could try hollowing out the middle. Maybe it'll let some of the heat out, or you could try putting in a rune for anti-heat, and maybe it'll kind of just like pull some of it out towards the end.
He's looking at it. I'm gonna roll for him now. Actually, I'm gonna roll for him. Okay, that actually that passes for him on a 40 compared to his 38. I like the way you're thinking, but I think I got a better idea. And he grabs like a pair of like basically like wire cutters, and he has unmaking marks, or like not to the degree that Valentina did, but like his hands glow a little bit, and he like chops down on the glass, and he turns it into a spork.
That's what I was gonna say. Oh my god, yay!
And so it stops like the feedback loop, and so it has a little bit.
Okay, so I was a little confused on if it was the cone part or if it was like the fact that it was long.
Yeah, it's more that it needed
It's
somewhere to like dissipate the heat.
No, that's awesome.
And so he turns it into a spork, and he's like, he dips it into his soup.
You could eat a whole gumbo with that.
That wasn't terrible. Thank you. What's your name?
It was all you.
What's your name, little lady?
Oh, I'm a Swiftsail. What's yours?
Nice to meet you. I'm Ken Bullabona.
Is that in the?
It is the thing. He is the top person listed under Adventure 3.
I cannot see Adventure 3.
Oh, you can't?
Yeah, we can.
Oh, they're not added. Okay, I'll add him to your profile now that I've introduced him.
I've been waiting for it to pop up so that I could start writing down names, and it hasn't come up.
Oh, okay. I'll add
Hey, there he is.
Can Bullona.
Ken Bullabona.
Can Bullabona. Well, yeah. Well, I'm glad I could help in any way. It's glad that some of that magic that I learned in school went somewhere. I was able to help somebody.
Well, at least you went to... and he, like, is about to, like, throw you into a whole thing of, like, oh, did you go to school in Oxun? Or, I see you've got a Fessipton accent, so...
Yes, indeed. I was born in Fessipton, grew up and trained in Fessipton, and then eventually left the tower. You know, a bit of a... I don't think I'd say dropout, but I left.
I understand the spirit. I bailed on my apprenticeship, but I get the sentiment.
They seem to be doing just fine. I've never seen anything that works the way that some of this stuff does here.
Oh, thank you. It's the benefit of Oxunian industry. 1 second, sorry, I'm making a note.
Okay.
Anyway, what's the benefit of Oxunian industry? I have access to a lot more. I'm able to experiment a lot more, and it's quite helpful. So it's something. It's you should. Is this your first time in Oxun?
It's not my first time in Oxun, but it's the first time I think I've been here for pleasure and not business.
I understand. Take some time. If you're a student of magic, I think there's a lot you can really enjoy around here.
Yeah, I see some, like, sigils on the floor as I walk around.
Oh, those are the energy gathering sigils. They're so spread out. He like, it's one of those things that, like, this it's one of those things that, like, it's got the tone of we don't talk about this, but he's kind or not so much we don't talk about this, it's like he doesn't know how to talk about it. It's like, well, so you're familiar with energy gathering and so on and power, correct?
Yeah.
Well, I
like pat my battery.
One of the benefits of living in Oxun as a magician is that they spread the energy gathering around for us, so there's less damage. It's
more accessible.
It's more accessible for everyone, and it's gathered ambiently through all of the people in shared spaces and non-magical spaces, so that they can. It's like a tax almost, or a toll, if you will. Don't worry, it shouldn't interfere with your magic. You are it's so spread out that it's such a small background thing that it doesn't actually interfere with any magician's abilities to cast anything.
That's just very interesting. Glad I know.
There you go. Yeah, it's how we power the factories. It's how we do just about everything. And he points up to, like, there's, like, inert little globes up at the top that, like, to our modern eyes we would recognize almost as, like, lights. They're off right now because it's sunny. Power the lights and everything. Haven't burnt a thing in years.
It's curious. I'll keep an eye out to see if there's anything I can try to...
Please do. And he's just kind of relaxing, shooting the shit with you. And so we're going to hop over to Kaylin. Yeah. Kaylin, you walk out of the fountain and you immediately see this guy. Which one is he? Which one is he? I'm sorry. You see this guy over here was sitting over by the fountain, and those weightless coins that I mentioned, they're like those little glass coins that I mentioned. Mm-hmm. He's just pitching them into the thing, and he sees you, and he just plinks one of the coins off of you, and it just, like, kind of brushes you like a cloud. He's like, I am so sorry. Dad, I'm so sorry. That's my bad.
No worries. I'm standing in the fountain, so it's
Yeah, I didn't...
risk you gotta take.
See it. How did...
Hi,
Hi.
I'm Kaylin.
He, like... Do you shake his hand? Do you reach out a hand to shake?
Yeah,
or?
I'll reach out. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Shiri Shari.
Shiri Shari.
It's nice to meet you. And he's like a younger dude. He's like a beanpole of a guy.
Sick.
So he's taller. He's not obviously as tall as you, but he's like looking up to you. And he's like, "Hi, I'm Shiri Shari. Nice to meet you."
Christian question.
Yeah.
Do I know of this market?
You've probably heard about it, but give me a knowledge.
If not, I'll just ask him.
I don't think you've ever made it. You've probably heard about it. Like this is Squid Market is one of the like the
would
big things.
Would Bull have said anything? That Oxunian thief. Like, would he have ever?
Mentioned. Yeah,
it?
I think you. I think you have heard about it purely by virtue of like this has shown like you've probably heard something about it from Bula or you've heard about it from like just culture. Like this is like one of those things like the pyramids. It's just like a cool thing that exists. It tracks back like. Let me put it this way. You know it tracks back to the Mage Kings.
Got it.
And this is like a sort of famous thing from the era of the Mage Kings.
Sick. Fantastic. Are you here shopping or?
No, I run a fish stall just a little way, just in the bend in the tentacle.
I see.
Yeah, I was just taking a breather for a little bit.
Nice. Well,
he takes a second. He looks at you he looks you up and down. So, I don't know if I saw you, but did you come? I don't know how you got around because the fountain stops here, and he looks at you and. Did you come out of the fountain?
I was just taking a dip. You mustn't have seen me hop in. Sorry, I get really warm under all this, and I just, like, gestured to my bark. I get really warm, so it just...
Looks at you.
I really needed some time to cool down.
That makes...
Sorry if I scared you.
Just interesting. That's fair. I guess this place does kind of act like a greenhouse in its own weird way.
A little bit.
Well, all right. And he's like, he has now reached the point where he has no idea how to extricate himself from this situation. You can take that coin if you want. It didn't land in the fountain, so it doesn't count as a wish. I'm gonna go back to my stall now. Enjoy the market.
Oh, thanks. I'm gonna throw it in the fountain, and I'll make a wish.
Okay. And he runs off.
What is your wish?
I can't tell you.
Megan, Lyra, text me your wish.
Okay.
I can't wait to have to bleep all the times I use your non-stage name.
Beep. Right.
But he goes, why does Christian call Megan a fuck ass?
Yeah, why does Christian keep calling...
Fucking Lyra!
Why does Christian keep calling Lyra a slur?
That's actually Lyra's first name.
Yeah.
We just...
Yeah.
Parents were so cruel. Did you put it in Disco or...
I'm gonna text it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, you kind of take in the fountain a little bit, and we're gonna swap over to Deacon. And Deacon, you pop out your umbrella. 1 second. And there is, standing in front of you is a...
I went in the tent, right? Or no?
Where you you opened it, saw the sun, and that's kind of where we're at.
Okay. This place. And I'll click it closed, and I'll use it to open up the tent door, and look to the vendor that's inside the tan tent.
A sort of older man is there. So there's no vendor directly in there. It's just an older man, and where is she? It's an older man and an older woman. Are out. You can't immediately place which one would be the vendor.
Have you seen a fucking bunch of dickheads? Have you seen a very tall fucking woman that's made out of fucking grass and a couple sticks? And have you seen a fucking teenager?
The woman throws her hand up and you're like fully puts her hand to your face. And it's like, first off, I do not agree with your language. That very crass. Very.
Is there a fucking information desk then?
The guy standing next to her, the older man. Son.
What?
I get it. We have all been there. Wait, what's his voice? I get it. We have all been there. You know, that's too much like Kambula. Okay, I got it. Look, son, we have all been there. We have all been in the situation. We go out, we drink real hard, we accidentally take the vows of a holy order, end up a priest.
I'm not looking for... I'm not drunk!
We get wasted and we wake up inside of a tent. I understand. It's okay. But you gotta understand that's no reason to talk to a nice lady this way.
Then I'll talk to you. Is somebody out here with a gun or something? Like, where's the danger? Because I want to get this over with, okay? Why am I here? What's going on? Is there fucking smuggling? What are you doing?
The woman whispers and is like, oh, so he joined the priesthood because he doesn't know why he's here. It's a darn shame. Got questions and they just keep you going. They lock you in, keep you in from taking the vows.
I'm not here to waste your time. Just give me my fucking answers and I'll leave.
I don't have any idea what you're talking about, buddy. Sorry to say. You appear to have appeared and you appear to have popped out of that tent. Vendor left a while back and you just popped on out.
You don't work here?
No, I'm doing some shopping.
You look like you work here. Alright, well, I'm gonna fucking leave.
Okay, you have a nice day.
And as I open up the tent, is it a busy square?
It's like there's people out and about. Yeah, there's tons. So okay. Not pictured are a diverse set of people from all walks of life. Just the whole place is hopping with people. I just did not care enough to put them in.
I'll be scanning really quick. I'll be scanning for two things. Three things. An information desk or somebody who looks like they work here. A place that sells textile goods and a place that sells batteries.
Okay. You're gonna give me three perception rolls. Individually.
If I've been here.
Hey, this may work better for you because if you fail just one, then it's all over.
Okay. So do I have to title which roll is which?
Yes, you're going to say them before you roll them.
And since I've been here, do I get any type of bonuses? And can I use my knowledge skill instead of perception?
I will allow the knowledge roll. No, you don't get any bonuses because it's too fluid.
Heard. This is for information.
Information. Okay, there is no information desk.
It's not oh my god, lucky number's 82. Oh. Okay, this is for textiles. Okay, cool.
Okay.
That's a I also get counters, but whatever. I can put my counters too. Sorry, I should have done this while I was not being worked on. Okay, so okay, that was textiles, and then this one's the last one. That is a success of a couple, like 5 for a battery of like a 38 plus 9.
Okay.
Is 47. That's a moss of 15.
Okay.
15.
Okay. So this one, can you see me clicking?
I can.
Okay, so that is where you see the textiles, and over here is selling batteries down here.
Sorry, I got to zoom out. Where? Which one?
Here.
Okay,
The
cool.
starfish looking.
As
Okay,
you
cool.
as you step out, the woman's
Move.
The woman, I want to state outright, the woman does not move. She plants. The man, like, he lets you to the, he opens his way. You probably still can't make it out fully without having to brush past the woman, but the man opens his way. Have a nice day, sir.
I thought you didn't work here, assholes, and I'll leave.
You don't have to work
and then-
somewhere to have a nice day.
I hate this place. All right, and I will go exactly where I planned myself, and I will go to the vendor at the green tent.
Okay. Inside the tent is a fairly, like, chill vendor. They have all kinds of textiles from all over the place. Because it's Oxun, there's a lot of glass-worked magic, or glass-worked fabrics. So there's, like, razor-thin lines of glass worked into the clothes. Other ones that are sort of cheaper have sort of, like, glass plates sewn in. Anything to sort of channel magical energies.
Okay, cool. Look, I'm gonna be nicer to you than the other fucking people, but I just need 2 things and just some answers, and then I'll be out of your hair.
Okay. Okay.
Can I have 2 pieces of red rope?
Okay. 1 second, let me check if I have that.
Okay.
He looks.
And I'll just I want to set down a solid 0.2 teardrops. Well, RP 0.2 RP.
You
and
actually
however much
would
that-
have teardrops.
Yeah.
I would
So
say
I'll
A
put-
is
I don't know
probably-
how much that
A
is.
is probably paid in gems, which thankfully are like the stock currency.
One of those wood coins. Ugh.
Ugh, gross. So make a connection roll for me.
Okay. Sorry. I spent that, right? So I can mark it.
Well, make a
Okay. Not yet.
make a connection roll.
Okay. Oh, I
Uh,
keep rolling so close. No, that's a
he
fail.
looks. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to make the rope. Unfortunately, the labor costs and so on.
Fine, and I'll take the one around my neck and I'll just slap it down on the desk and I'll be like, just make it look like this. Okay, and I'll be back. Okay, how much time do you need?
For 2. For whatever that number of teardrops would be. I would say probably 3 hours.
3 hours? Can you make it 1 hour and I'll pay you double?
Triple.
Triple, and you tell me where the owner of this building is.
Deal.
All right, and I'll put down triple amount for it.
Okay, so 0.6.
0.6.
0.6? Okay.
He takes it, smiles. There is no honor. It's owned by the city of Aksun, or by the government of Aksun. It's a state-administered place.
There's no fucking guy who walks around with a badge and a gun or something?
Oh, Al Salat is the owner of is the administrator. He manages it and ensures everything is running correctly.
Anything else I should know?
I just work here. I'm gonna make you.
As I'm leaving, I'll open up my umbrella, head out the door, and I'll say, "The rougher, the better."
As you leave, I hope he hangs
Ew.
himself with this, and then.
And I will, if you want me
I'm
to,
gonna say,
I'll head
as
down.
you step out, Aes, it's probably about time that you've finally been released from your conversation with Kanbula.
I'm over here, right?
You were under
Sorry,
here.
over here.
This tent.
And do that
The green tent.
Yep.
Okay, heard.
Deacon, are you like hiding under this tent?
You see.
I just see
is
you.
this sorry? Is this while I'm in the tent?
You
that
both
AS
walk.
Is,
It's
is
like
having
the
this
second
moment?
you both walk out at the same time.
You see. I'm probably not looking for you. You just see a black umbrella.
Deacon? Deacon? No, sorry. I thought you were someone. And I'll just walk by.
I'll turn around. Ace.
Deacon! Hi! Do you want to see what I bought? And I pull out my orb compass. Have you found anything interesting in the market?
No. What do you want? Why are we here?
I don't know yet. But I'm glad I found you. I guess that means Kaylin's probably around somewhere. We should find her.
Well, that makes one of us. Alright, well, I have business to attend to, so if you can just stay the fuck away from me.
Here? Do you know why we're here?
I'm working on it, okay? So I don't have your answers yet,
So,
but I'm trying to find out. I have a name. Thank you very much. What do you have?
it's
Nothing?
orb
Oh, yeah,
compass.
fucking expected that.
Okay, Deacon. I don't know when you got here, but I've been here for 5 minutes. I bought a compass, and now I found you. So I feel like
And
I'm
invented
doing
the
pretty
sport.
good. And invented a pretty cool spoon over there. If you ever want
fuck is a
ideally temperatured soup. So,
That is so stupid.
and I'm gonna walk away. You know what, Deacon? Every day I see you as a treasure.
Every
gonna
day I
walk by.
see you is another day I'm in fucking fire and hell, and I feel nothing but horrible pain inside my body. And I'll leave.
So,
and
like-
I'll head down.
All right, Ace, where do you go?
I would like to actually look at that tent that Deacon came out of, not knowing that that's the one that he
Okay.
came out of.
It's a knife shop.
Ooh.
It's like that store you run into, or like you come across at like or like that stand you come across at like farmers markets, where it's like a bunch of really sick looking knives, but they're all like way overpriced for what a 10-year-old can afford. And you see those two people talking as you arrive.
Did they look like they own it?
No, they're just kind of chatting in front of it.
Hi. Sorry, I don't mean to
Oh, hi there.
intrude. Hi. Do you know who owns this shop?
To be quite
Are
honest,
they not around?
they're not around, and their whole inventory's out on display. Don't really know what that's about, but me and Miss Calso over here were having a debate over the ethics of throwing down some money on the table and taking a knife of appropriate price.
I was just thinking a similar thought.
The woman identified as Miss Calso. I think it's perfectly all right. If the owner of this store is leaving their inventory, I don't see any reason why. And she, like, leans over and points. It's not even locked. I would argue that the implication is if you leave something completely unlocked and you have an open register here, you have an open money box.
The money box is open as well.
Well, it can be popped open and...
That's fair. Can I would like to take a look behind their counter. If you guys just want to, in case somebody comes over and is like suspicious of this, if you guys just want to watch and see that I'm not doing anything suspicious, I just want to see if there's like a note that was supposed to be here that seems to have blown away or something. And I'd like to like snoop around in the back.
Okay.
But I'm not trying to like steal anything. I'm really just trying to figure out where this man is.
He looks at you.
Assuming it's a knife guy.
You're taking a risk, but I respect
I'm hoping that they'll trust us.
I respect the hustle. So what I'm going to do is you get a you can make a dex roll plus 20, as these two are gonna like move their conversation in front of you. It's like, I respect the hustle. No, honestly, no hate.
Oh, thank you. A dex check plus 20. My dex isn't great, but it's good enough.
Hey.
Nice. 17.
With
Nice.
a 17, you slip back behind. These two move. So anyway, as I was saying, what you really want is, you don't want sorry, the woman's like, so anyway, as I was saying, you don't want a serrated knife if you're trying to stab someone. You'll just get it stuck in. As you're like rooting around down there, I'm going, and so are you just ripping like their stuff apart, or like what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm kind of looking to see if there's where this guy could have gone, and then if there's no obvious thing for that, yeah, I'll just start looking around.
Okay.
And maybe listening to this woman who apparently is intimately knowledgeable about knives and stabbing people.
So if you, so pretty much what I'll say is, if there's one very obvious thing. If you want to roll perception, you can try to find out more details. But there is one very clearly obvious thing in the form of a folded piece of paper next to the like underneath the cash box.
For perception?
Yeah.
Oh, what can I possibly use?
So just to keep in mind, the perception does not take away from the obvious thing.
Does not take away from the obvious thing. Okay. I don't think I can use networking or physics. And we're not in Fessipton. Navigation? Does my little orb compass show me anything?
No, I'm gonna say no.
So, okay.
So
So wait, you said no to navigation as well?
yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I'll just live with it.
Alright, so you grab the piece of paper hidden underneath, and the piece of paper simply says, Khalid, stay away from market tomorrow, use enchantment to lock down box. Trust me. And then,
Is it dated?
No. Trust me, a friend.
I don't like the vibe of that note. So I don't see anything else of interest back there?
No, you can feel
Maybe it's
a level of magical energy coming off of the box.
Yeah.
There's definitely a security system on that thing. But
Okay.
you don't get the
Well,
you don't get the impression like, yeah.
I will keep the note in my hand and come out to the other two who are hiding me
Mm.
I believe that this person was told not to come today. And I'll I'll read the note to them.
The woman's eyes immediately narrow.
So, to our earlier conversation, I would say that it's probably fair. I don't know if I see the harm in leaving an appropriate amount of money for the knife. However, definitely don't touch the lockbox.
She like narrows her eyes. All right. You can probably put money in the lockbox. I've already touched it a couple times. I just wouldn't take anything out.
Oh, so you have opened it?
Yeah, it's like I said, it was open. We could touch it.
Oh.
Just maybe just like throw.
Okay. Yeah, like toss it in.
Yeah.
They'll organize it themselves.
And so she bends over again, slides the case, and grabs like a gut hook knife. So it's like a knife with like a little hooky bit at the top. Okay. And she tosses a large denomination, like 296 coins into it, which I think that maths correctly. Actually, we know she probably tosses 96 times 5. Sorry, I'm trying to do math. Okay, she tosses 96 coins in, coming out to 0.5 RP. Oh, also your salary ticks over. I don't know if I mentioned that previously.
Oh, you did not mention that.
My bad.
That's fun.
Yeah, sorry.
Can I ask a question? Have I increased my RP since I have a job since we started playing?
You did not.
You would do it now.
You have not taken salary, I believe.
Yeah, no, they did.
Did you take salary, Grant?
Did you not take salary?
I
It'd
guess
be
I
under
didn't.
assets.
No.
I thought I have Grimoire and Sanctuary, I guess. But I thought having a salary was part of the gig.
No, it more
No.
means that like your life expenses are taken care of because you have Sanctuary, but your actual like
It doesn't give me teardrops
no
in RP though.
No.
Okay, so what
Also,
happened?
for the just so you're aware,
Unless
so,
you start embezzling.
So if you sound, just to make sure you don't sound like a narc, teardrops is the slang term for money.
Okay.
They're called officially, legally, they're called tokens.
Tokens.
And
Book terminology is tokens or game terminology.
Well, Oxunian.
You would call them tokens.
Oxunian
World
money
terminology
yeah.
is called tokens.
Tokens, and their slang term is teardrops because they look like little teardrops. 1,200 of them.
Thank you. Sorry.
1,200 of them is equal to 1 RP.
Okay.
They're like yen. They go off the smallest denomination.
Cool.
I'm sorry. I'm not sure I caught either of your names.
Oh, sorry about that. He's like, my name is Elmu Salat.
Elmo.
Almu Salat.
Al-Musalat.
My name's Almu Salat. He's like veering into skater. Like he started Minnesota, and he's like eventually
I'm
just
really liking the.
Wait,
evolution.
that's Almu Salat?
Did I
The guy that told me to go talk to Almu Salat.
Oh crap! Did I tell you Almu Salat?
Yes.
Oh crap! He should have told you his name was the administrator's name was Yaleo.
Okay, so I should change.
That-
I'm allowed to change my
That yeah, you're allowed to
Name.
change that. That's my bad.
Okay.
I should,
What's the name you said?
Yaleo.
Heard.
And the older woman is like, and my name is Kaloon Khalsa.
Kaloon Khalsa. Sorry, I just very much appreciate a woman who knows her weapons, and I like flash my gun a little bit.
Nothing wrong with. She smiles. Nothing wrong with girls and guns. And she just like she just smiles at you.
Well,
have a good.
I hope you two have a wonderful day at the market.
You too. And they actually like split off and go their separate ways after they're done speaking with you. So,
Deacon, I maybe have an idea. Deacon,
where did you go after this? Did you go down to the battery person?
Yeah. I was walking down.
I'm gonna check in
while I was telling her.
I'm gonna check in with Kaylin, real quick. So Kaylin, you finished talking to that guy and have that totally normal interaction that normal people have.
So normal.
And where do you go now? Where do you want to head over to?
What is... I mean, I'm close enough to just see what this is, but that first booth with the blue and green thing, what is that?
That looks like some kind of like weird drink stand.
Oh.
They're like doing something with it. It's like it follows like a whole bunch of pipes and stuff, and it goes in green and it comes out in like what I can only describe as icy blue.
Well, I don't eat, so that has no interest in my brain.
but you love tea.
I like
tea.
that doesn't. It may. I like, but it doesn't. I don't see any leaves. You know what I'm saying? I don't see a residue.
Well, what I'll say is, standing next to it is a fine individual who is sipping on like a cup of coffee. Or like at least it smells like coffee and it's steaming like coffee.
Yeah.
And they just go, wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's a good cup. That's it.
They're saying this to themselves.
Yeah, they're like just very like politely having this inner monologue of like,
Wow. Wow.
wow.
Wow.
just having a moment, sipping a cup.
Okay. Cute. What am I looking at? Hold on, sorry. And then what's immediately to my left? What's in that one?
Immediately to your left is somebody selling is actually a money changer. Is somebody who is breaking money. Who's breaking coins specifically for the throwing in the fountain.
Cute. I'm gonna go take a peek at the drink because he has given me a rave review, whether he knows it or not.
Wow.
I need to know.
So you head over and it works by coin op. It's like a vending machine. You put money in the green side and there's like instructions printed on it, and it basically says you put your insert coins, and then request and then make a drink request (brackets non-alcoholic), and this will dispense your drink. And then another disclaimer: whatever you ask for will be blue in color.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay. That's so sick.
Don't
How
drink
much
the
is it?
Kool-Aid.
Does it say?
0.1 RP. The equivalent of 0.1 RP. It's like, I don't know, whatever, 120 the little coins.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've got some. Honestly, I want to try it. I feel like that's really freaking cool.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
It's too late. I'm doing it. Okay. I want to see. Do I like tell it or do I just think it?
Announce it. Say it.
I announce.
Say your request.
Okay. Ooh, I have to pick a good tea now. Actually, I'm gonna pick the tea that I just drank because that was very good and I discovered it today.
Okay.
It has a special place in my heart right now. Put it in the machine. This is so weird to Kaylin. This is so great.
So you
put the little, what is it? The teardrops?
yeah, or the official term is tokens, but yeah.
Okay. I have them, right?
Well, you could say you went to the money changer right across the way.
For sanity's
Yeah.
sake. And then I'm just gonna announce peach and ginger tea with a hint of cream.
And it like bubbles and it goes through into like a condensing beaker into like a centrifuge, and like it goes through this like chemistry process, and then eventually it turns blue, and then it goes through like one last thing where it changes in texture and like the little bit of cream, and it dispenses out into a cup, and it just says at the bottom, "Please return cup for washing." And you take it, and but just in front of you is this person who is like so enamored by their little coffee. Just,
Are they done with their coffee?
they're like sipping it at the moment. They're really
Okay.
savoring it.
Alright, never mind. I had an idea. But I wanna read my would there be tea leaves, or does it strain it?
It's strained. There are no tea leaves in it, sadly.
Would there be coffee grounds?
No.
Damn. Okay. Well then, I'm gonna just walk around with my tea. I'll
Okay.
return the cup. when I'm done.
The person moves to the side and just says, enjoy your drink.
Thank you. What did you request? If I
Just a fine, and he like or they just sort of like show you a just.
Are they non-binary?
Yeah, they're not.
I love it! Sorry.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
just needed this.
We did
I
representation.
needed this.
And they like show you into their cup just the brightest like blue Gatorade blue. Just asked for a small. Just asked for a single origin blessed grown coffee. So
and does it suffice?
immaculate. They even asked. I even asked for a quarter cube of sugar, and they pulled it off. So, it's a real winner. This one.
Is there an owner to this stand, or is it just fully functional?
Not that I've seen. Not that I've seen. It just seems to work on its own. I think it's owned by the place. I think it's owned by the larger place. But
Fantastic.
yeah.
Well, my name's Kaylin.
Oh, and they
Carry
like
on
put
with your
the
day.
thing down. Hi, my name is Rejection of Evil is Perfection. And they like they to describe them, they are like a sort of skinny person with their head completely shaved, wearing like sort of these baggy robes, and the
It's giving that one person from Game of Thrones.
Varys.
No,
they're
Varys.
they're so much nicer than Varys. They're friendly.
Yeah, nicer, but
But yeah, and they
I love that I just collect these people.
he doesn't work there. He's like a
patron.
a wanderer.
He's
He's a patron. Okay, cool.
Yeah, vibes. I'm gonna carry on to. I'm gonna mosey.
Okay.
I don't really have a goal in mind. I just want to see the cool stuff and keep in mind my wish.
okay.
And if something happens, something happens. But I'm vibing.
Okay, so yeah, you wander off, they wave and say, "Have a blessed day," as they just sit there and they're like, and the last thing they sort of go is like, "Do I want another?" As they like start sipping their coffee more.
Beautiful.
So we're gonna.
Yeah, I'm just gonna straight down this line, just looking at boots.
Okay. Meanwhile, Deacon, you've managed to make a beeline into this space, and you come into a sort of weapons shop. Like it's a lot of like regular brute force weapons, but in a case they have a whole bunch of magical batteries. And now we're going to test myself.
Just to make sure that this is like canonical.
Uh-huh.
I have seen people use batteries, right? Batteries are normal.
Yeah, they're very
right?
normal.
Okay, cool. No. Oh, I forgot.
So-
I was like, I'm not talking to no fucking catfish.
behind the counter is a large deep folk person wearing the full garb of an Oxunian person, so like the glass and the stuff and the long flowy robes and so on. And actually the robes are enchanted so that they have a like moving night sky on them. As a large person with these big giant black eyes, it looks like a shark person almost.
Okay.
Is
Shark person.
sitting. Is standing behind the counter, leaning. How are you?
You are very interesting. This is a very interesting shop. I don't think you understand how interesting you are, just as a vendor. I'm sorry. Almost forgot. Oh, do you have these things called batteries?
Leans back. Points to the like the case in front of them.
Yes, those. They aren't like. They're just like simple energy, right? There's nothing attached to them. No type of
Well,
of God imbued them with magic.
they're not charged at the moment. God, it's so hard to not talk with my lips. Fuck. They're not charged at the moment.
And you charge them, I assume, here if I'd like to purchase one, correct?
No, that charging them would take several hours, or alternatively, they would involve, or...
So I'm buying an empty one.
Yes.
That's less interesting.
Darn shame.
You say, is there somewhere I can charge them
Yeah.
here? There
Do
is.
you have a magical background?
For flavor, Christian,
Yeah.
can I do some spooky bloody things?
Some Beetlejuice.
Can I do some spooky things?
Sure, I will. Yeah.
I want my eyes to pop out of my skull, and like my almost like my teeth to like drop by their gums, and like almost like veins are filling with blood all over my face, and then they pop back.
There's no school for this, right?
No, there is not. I mean, in theory, you could use Hawkery to do it, but they see that.
I'm a little bit, you could say.
A little spooky.
I'm a little.
Look, I'm gonna.
I'll touch my heart. My name is Deacon Edicus, and I just wanted to introduce myself as one of the arch-spirituses of the Way of the Inner Voice in Jorwaltz. What is your name?
Sorry, they like. Sorry.
Sorry, that wasn't. Sorry, sometimes I get used to people being used to it. Have you ever heard of the Way of the Inner Voice?
Sorry, I am going on 2 days without sleep. I'm studying for my exams. My name is Igdora.
Igdora.
Of the...
Igdora,
Look, do you
now
want to
tell me,
buy
do
a
you-
battery or not?
Yeah, I'll take a battery. How much is a battery?
Let me check. I can't believe I said this thing.
Also, and I'll lean over the counter and I'll be kind of excited.
where was it that you said I could charge one of these like these batteries? Igdora.
Again, you say you know what magic is, but you don't know how to charge.
Well, just
Much intuition.
just think about this as I'm gifting it to someone. Can you gift one of these to people, or is that like giving alcohol to a minor?
All right.
Maybe we just say I'm buying it for
settle
me.
Down. Settle down. I am.
I just
okay.
I get excited around.
You have to
like
charge it in. You have to charge it either directly in the form of using your own source energy, or you can charge it slowly through meditation and practice.
I meditate.
It can
I
take,
meditate, yes.
but that will take several hours. Now,
What if I'm really good at it? Could I get it done in 5 minutes?
if you want to use your own source energy, but either it has to do with the amount of energy you put out.
Yes.
And she's like starting to wake up now that she's like going into like I'm smarter than you mode. God damn it, I paid to go to college. But the core of it is that
Listen, Igdora, I know you must be busy, but I just have such a fondness for you, and I have to say, can I just do something for you, a little the way of the inner voice initiation.
she like backs up.
Look,
I just want before, but I know you have a thing. I know this is your like religion or whatever. I just.
Well, it's not my religion, it's my life.
Really fast. I just need you to know if you have multiple batteries stored in close proximity to each other and they are charged, you can cause a feedback loop. Wait, sorry.
It's fine,
batteries
I'll take
close to each other explode. If you have charged batteries next to each other, boom.
Well, that adds to the excitement, doesn't it?
We really gotta get like a permit system for these.
Well,
So yes,
can I buy it?
Yes. So, which would you like? You can have either we sell factory made or handcrafted.
Yeah, they're handcrafted by your beautiful hands, aren't they?
They.
Ew.
She's God, skeevy.
I don't know why this is going this way. I don't know.
Deacon's down with the fish. Deacon's horny for the fish.
Excited by your kind.
She like very much is entered into like. You have sent her on the entire journey of exhausted customer service worker, from like I'm tired to okay, well I have a job to do, to I would like this interaction to be over as quickly as possible. They are handcrafted by me and several other students.
Great! I'll take one.
Okay, that will be that'll be 3,600 tokens, please.
Was that 3 RP?
That's 3 RP.
Igdora, well, maybe you'll feel different if I give you a gift. It has no strings attached.
All prices are final. If that doesn't work, I have an industrial one for 1,200, 1 RP. I have an industrially made battery for 1 RP. Not negotiating on price.
What if I buy one of the factory-made ones and you put a little bit of magic in it so I can remember you?
Absolutely not. Nope. Nope.
Just a little, Ignadora, please.
Kaylin, I need you to hear this. I don't know where you're at, but I need you to be here because right now you are hearing the sound of a conversation that has happened 1,000 fucking times inside of a hot topic of like, wow, that Rick and Morty shirt is so cute. I bet it would look really good on you. Like that's what's happening right now. And
no, it look cute on you, don't you think? What about this shirt?
I need you to hear this. It's you don't have to if you.
I would
hear
love
it.
to hear it.
And I kind of, because I haven't seen this, I want to watch Deacon fumble a little bit.
Okay, you can like poke your head in and see that it's Deacon.
Oh yeah.
Can I roll a perception check? Can you hear it?
Versus Kaylin's dex, sure.
I don't wanna
I know
give
those
this to
numbers
her.
are so much. There's a big difference between those numbers.
Okay.
Okay, so I passed.
I passed too.
What's your moss?
My moss.
Remember your counters too.
Yeah. Where's my other paper? Moss of 14.
Okay.
My perception's 30 with my counters.
So you
6. Fuck.
Yeah,
Fuck.
you do not.
I still get counters though, right?
Yes, you still both get counters for the
Oh,
moss.
thank you for giving me 4 more fucking counters.
You're welcome.
Hey, I mean, we're helping. We're in this way. We're working as a team, which is surprising.
The only way that this
Yeah.
would happen.
Literally.
No, you're gonna have to charge that yourself. Sorry.
How about you? You wait and see how you feel after I
Absolutely.
do the initiation.
Here-
And I'll pull out my bag of crystals and I'll start throwing it at her. I'll be like, take it. Look at you sparkle. You're amazing. You're so attached
I'm going to ask you
Thirsty
one more
is
time
inside
to
me.
leave the store. I'm gonna ask you right now. Leave the tent right now.
Deacon! Hey
And
there,
I just want to
old
note,
friend.
you can see the veins, like the magical energy veins, have started. She is she is loading a spell right now.
Deacon! Hey! Hey, fancy seeing you here. Am I interrupting something? Or, I can come back.
Your friend
It's-
would be great not here. Your friend
Cool.
would be
Actually,
great not here.
Deacon, I wanted to
I'll
show...
snatch the battery and throw down the cash.
Which battery?
The one I can actually
you can afford.
afford. The one I can afford.
So, yeah,
the one.
you have an industrial battery. It holds up to 60 energy, and it overloads at easier if you're around other batteries.
Okay.
So, but it's currently uncharged. Cannot stress that enough. If you want to charge it, you can make a source roll.
Sure. Yes. Yes.
Deacon, let's go check out this really cool drink stand I found.
No.
Cool. You don't want anything to drink? It's on me.
You
It
look.
can make anything.
Listen.
Okay.
You didn't see anything.
Yeah, that's what
You
predator. That's what predators say.
Let's go
Listen,
get you a drink.
I
It'll be okay. Come on.
fine.
Thank you for your time. To the deep folk. Thank you for your time. I'm just
Thank you.
Exiting.
Thank you for getting him out of here. Thank you.
no worries. Anytime.
Kaylin, why are we here?
Oh, I have no idea. I got boinked with a teardrop as soon as I got here, so I'm a little thrown off myself. But I found a really cool drink cart. Have you seen Aes by chance?
Yes, she's here too. She should be running
Okay.
around here. Let me look for her.
Did you want a
can
drink?
I could give two shits about your drink, really.
Oh,
Honestly.
oh, okay. I was just offering.
It's not. What is it?
Anything you want. You just tell it what you want, and it makes it.
Anything?
Well, that's what it said. Non-alcoholic,
this is-
actually. It did say.
Preposterous. This is impossible.
I'm drinking
What-
a peach tea myself. I'm heading back to the cart anyways to drop off my cup.
You're not gonna try to poison me, are you? Have you planted anything in it?
Well, I don't make it, so I don't even know how I would do that or where I would get poison. But no.
Okay, I'll look at the sign.
I would just like to note, rejection is still there, and he's got a fresh cup.
Hell yeah. Oh, Deacon.
Or they've got a fresh
This is
cup.
Deacon, this is a wonderful person that I've just met. Deacon, rejection.
Hello.
Rejecting Deacon.
Hi there.
You look like you can you just give us like a wide berth of like 10 feet? Just back up a little bit. Like just go away. I'm really hungover, man, so just give me a fucking room, okay? Can't there's someone this is a private conversation, dude. So just go.
Very shadowed heart, but all right. And they just
Yeah,
they
yeah, say whatever you want to say, stupid. All right.
they
thanks.
go and they sit on the fountain and look out.
I read the sign. It says can I whisper something to it? I have to. Sorry, I was half paying attention.
You have to talk. You have to say it, and it'll make it. I'm going to roll to decide if whispering works.
Okay.
Yeah, whispering works. Sure.
Okay.
I'll put in the coin.
You don't need. Okay, fine. I'll whisper. Cocoon blood.
One second.
And
Sorry.
I'll put the cup under and flip open the latch.
Yeah, it works. It's blue, but it looks like blood.
Oh yeah, I should have told you it would have been blue. Hopefully that doesn't ruin your taste buds.
Naturally, like Christian, there's no type of like. Does everybody bleed red blood in this world?
For the most part, yes.
Okay.
There are some people who
Cocoon
don't
probably.
bleed.
There are some that
I'll just take out my vial that I had, and I'll fill it with the blue blood.
Okay.
And I'll store it for a later date. Maybe actually I'll take a sip.
Okay. Yeah, you want to take a sip of the fountain blood?
Yeah.
Doesn't it? So it is blood. It is intellectually blood, and if you did it like, and it tastes like blood, but it doesn't react with the beast at all. Like it doesn't touch that side of things. The best guess, like this is basically beyond blood.
Aw, cute.
It is chemically as blood as you can get, but there is no soul attached to it.
Okay, cool.
And
Sick.
so yeah,
Sickening.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Beyond
Okay.
blood. Trademark.
I think I've had enough. This is really awful. Can we just
Find Ace?
I maintain
You're
that I
muted,
walk
Sarah.
down the
You're
street.
muted. Unmute yourself.
Oh shoot.
Just
Oh,
a
no.
heads up. Just a heads up. The guy at the fish cart. I had a bit of a weird. And he was the one who boinked my head with a coin.
No, I'll probably love him. All right, let's
So
go.
we'll just walk a little faster past the fish cart.
Okay, great.
So you two go up that way.
Yeah.
As you do, you get the full, like, white person, I know you, like, from him. Like,
I want to stop.
Hi there. Or no, that's the Minnesota voice again. Hi there. Hi.
Wait, really quickly,
Yeah.
would I have had the chance to walk away from the knife shop first?
Yeah, let's real quick hop over to Aes so we get her business, and then we'll put you on a path. We'll get you on a
Well, yeah.
course.
I'm gonna go wash my hands.
Okay.
Because they have
You
wings.
got the wing? You got the wings?
Yeah.
All right.
I got wing hands.
Aes?
So I do want to walk down where I saw Deacon depart from me.
Do you want to do the money real fast, or the knife stuff you were texting me about?
Oh, sure. I just figured we didn't have to talk about that.
Just
Yeah.
mention it for the good of all around.
Yeah, so I was found an Oxunian steel hunting knife? What did I look for?
I think we said hunting knife.
Hunting knife. Which for a pretty good price, because Oxunian steel is slightly cheaper when it's in Oxun. But even then, I still only left half of the cash on the table. Because fuck you, you're not here.
Oh, wait, you did?
Yes.
That's exactly what
As soon as so I need you to
Interesting.
roll dex real fast so did you put it on the table or did you put it in the box?
I tossed it in the box.
So I need you to roll dex for me.
Okay. Wait, I watched her... she tossed it in the box, right?
Yeah, she tossed it in the box, but she paid full price.
Oh, wait! 57 is a lucky number. Is this that lucky number we all have?
I
yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
It is.
Nice.
7 is
It
that
is.
lucky number. So yeah, you manage to kind of like throw it in, but you do so in such a way that you like give it more impact, and whatever in like enchantment. I'll say because it's a lucky number, I'll give you a little like window into it. Is you figure out that there must be some kind of like weight sensing enchantment, and you throw it in with enough force that the weight makes sense to the enchantment.
Interesting.
And so you manage
I'll
to like
say that I threw it in parts to see...
yeah, like you kind of watched it happen. So yeah, you
What it was doing.
for all intents and purposes, you like sleight of handed it away. But you managed to trick the enchantment without knowing what the enchantment was.
Interesting. Yeah, no, I also texted you that I only intended to play half the price.
Missed that.
I was waiting for you to say, like, anything.
It's fair.
Yeah, so then I was just going to turn around and I was going to start calling Deacon's name as I walked away.
Mm-hmm.
And I was hoping to kind of pass by the Deep Folks shop before running into him and just see if I could sense some of the magic of a person casting in here.
You don't even have to sense the magic. You hear things. Like this is an enclosed space, and even in the bustle of people, you hear the sounds of a human being, or not a human being, of another person being genuinely uncomfortable. Like just be like, yeah.
So did I hear their fight, are you saying, or?
You hear like the muffled sounds of like you hear a fight on the street, like out the window.
Okay.
And it's kind of like you're two people are having an interaction.
I just wanted to be able to note that.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say you don't know that there's magic being cast because this place is rife with magic.
Okay.
But yeah, Deacon.
So we all meet up at the fish.
You meet up with the weird fish guy.
Nice.
Hi guys, Galen.
Yes.
Go away, all of you. Just shut up. I need to talk to this guy. Just stay outside.
As you do,
Just
as you
stay
get there,
outside.
Deacon, stop. As you get there, suddenly you hear the environment. 1 second, I have to figure out how to select everyone and hopefully paste them in all correctly.
Oh Jesus, is something happening?
Maybe.
Probably.
Oh, shit! I accepted them. Good.
Oh God, fucking Jesus.
Hopefully this transfers well. So all of a sudden, you hear a...
I see somebody behind the fountain. Is that supposed to be?
Yes. Okay.
Oh,
So they all arrive. Everybody arrives.
That's rejection.
Yes.
Oh, rejection's behind the fountain.
Okay.
Interesting.
So give me a sec as everything did paste in. But as you were all talking, all of a sudden you hear somebody sprinting down the hall, sprint like yelling and screaming, and then they get to the gate, and somebody starts screaming, "There's something in the mists! There's something in the mist! We can't!" And then this person slams the gate closed, and that green circle underneath fires up as all of a sudden it occurs to you. You never really noticed it because everybody was like kind of focused on the business going on inside, but a thick, heavy mist has washed over the area around the sort of glass space that you're in. And
Have I seen this before?
No.
In Oxuni
This is
Empire?
the amount of moisture, to get this much mist in the desert is like this is like
Mists don't exist.
Yeah, this is more moisture in the atmosphere than this place sees in a year.
Okay.
So yeah, you like suddenly he comes in, slams the thing closed. Nobody go outside. There's something in the mist. And
Sherry, sorry. I got it.
Listen,
And
kid.
as-
I need you. Listen,
Back
kid. I
away.
will fucking find you. I swear to God,
I'm
you
gonna
have
walk
dirt
towards the
on
guy
this.
who said that.
Yeah, I'm going towards the
As they're
gate.
pulling me away, I'm still threatening this young man.
for no reason, I don't.
I want dirt
On
I want-
who?
on you.
There's no dirt. Just
I want him to
leaves.
throw coins at you more.
It was an accident.
Anyway, you all go up. You all do you drag Deacon over to this
Yeah.
to the guy.
Hi, what's going on?
So there's something out there. Just look. None of you looked out the windows or the
Wait,
walls.
Almu's saying this?
No, not Almu. This guy.
Oh.
He's running here, I guess, at this point.
Okay.
None of you looked outside, and people are like, everybody's like staring at this man, like they've cleared a path. Everyone.
Can you just take a deep breath? Can you just relax? Just relax. We're here.
Look for yourself.
Look, people,
okay.
things happen. People die. Nobody's died. It's just some mist. It's just some mist. All right, so just calm down.
Look, you fool! And he grabs you. You fool! Look outside! You arrogant fool! Look out!
I look out. I look out.
Am I taller than a tent?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, I get full view.
So, you look out and you can't quite see what's going on out there. Actually, wait, real quick. Drag your person over to like where you want to look out.
I'm just
he
standing.
was forcing me.
He was
so
like, well, he was like
do you
holding
wanna
you, and
put-
then he lets go and like collapses and like hyperventilating. So you look out here.
I can't drag
Yeah.
my lady.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. Let me fix that.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'll be right here.
Kind of where he closed the gate off from the rest of the squid.
Yeah.
So the
I think
gate
it's a good
itself
idea
is like
that I
a
sit
glass
on the gate.
sheet. It's not like a gate.
That metal thing, that gray thing.
That gray thing is like what it sits. It's housing.
It's not made out of glass, that thing.
No, that thing is stone. So AS looks out.
But it's a metal sheet that's come through the gate. Yeah. Okay.
And you can see in the water, there is... one second, let me make sure it's still showing up all right.
Because there were fish in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freshwater shrimp.
Looking out, you can see in the water there, there's skulls and twisted things that don't make sense, but you're really not sure what they are. I mean, you can take a look for yourself and tell me what you think you see.
With the mist, it's really hard to tell.
I know, that's kind of the point of mist. Kaylin, what do you look out and see?
Well, my original plan, because I was taller than a tent, was to just kind of do a little peek around. But if you want me to pick an area,
pick something that you think you see.
Oh, I see skulls now. Yeah, okay.
I see tentacles that are cut.
Oh, you're not looking there. You're looking at.
Well, he forced me to look.
Well, he's brought you over to the
You're looking
to the
at a
front
separate
gate.
area.
What do you see? What do you think you see, Kaylin?
Am I staring at the same area?
I figured you're looking this way, based on where you're standing.
Which way? I didn't see your marker.
Oh,
yeah. I have bad eyeballs.
If you can't make it out, then it's imperceptible.
I mean, I'm trying to remember what was already there. Is the thing. I mean, that looks kind of like crystally, but
okay.
It looks like
hoping... Is this the freaking like that one lady?
And Deacon.
I don't like her. The candy lady. I'm nervous.
Deacon, you look out from the top and you see in the sort of atrium, what would have been the body of the squid of Squidmart.
Sickening.
That whole area is also covered with mist.
What?
And a person runs up to the gate, slams into the gate, and falls down as what looks like... How do I describe it? What looks like the sort of nightmare child of a worms and like a dragonfly. Like, imagine a not rigid dragonfly.
Ew.
Is like 6 of them are stuck in this guy's back as he like slides down.
They're small?
They're dragonfly sized. As he like slides down, and then they like dislodge themselves and flutter away.
You can't give me nightmares this late at night.
Can I'll run over and I will kind of try to take a power position in this. Can I, if I yell, Christian, can everyone in the square at least hear me if I try to scream over the havoc?
Roll connection for me.
Aos actively ignores Deacon.
That's a success.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want the number?
What I'm going to say to you is, since it's not, I know it's not a critical. I know it's like a solid one. What you choose to say here matters. Your words matter, and so choose them carefully. So you
I'll say, everyone gather around the centermost part of the tentacle. Everyone gather your things, everything important, and get to the center of the building. The center of this tentacle. Is what I'm trying. There's not a word for this. The center of this section.
Yes, I will say some people sort of listen, less so out of like...
I'm not.
Less so out of fear or like actual respect for you. Actually, I'm going to say that Igdora joins up with Kaylin
Yeah.
But yeah, some people sort of follow not out of like respect, but more just you're a person yelling, and also you're next to the guy who is yelling. And what do you say? What is going to be your play here? This second?
I'll look at the other guy who's yelling, and I'm like, look, I want to get this done. I want to get this figured out, and I want to get the hell out of here. Okay? Do you understand?
The guy looks at you.
The less questions you have,
I need a second, Grant, because no, I'll take that one. What you say matters. I told you what you say matters. The guy turns to you. What do you mean, get this done? Do you have something to do with this? He has something to do with this, and then he grabs you. I'm going to.
If he thinks that I have something
pause.
to do with this,
This is where we're gonna pause here.
What you say matters.
This is where we're gonna stop here for the night. We're gonna take a pause.
Sorry,
we're not
Megan.
done.
It's 10 p.m. here.
It's 10 p.m. here.
We're not done.
We have to go to bed.
This is our break.
We just got started.
Work in the morning.
Oh, I want a shopping episode. I want relaxation. And then shit happens, and all of a sudden we're like, oh. I told you,
The
this
words
is...
I want a shopping episode never came out of my mouth seriously.